Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are here for my Hobby Lobby Clearance Yarn 2022 video, you are in the right place. Let's get started. So if you're a yarn fanatic like I am, you are probably watching tons of these videos right now if you haven't already gone and gotten your yarn. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of a brief overview of what I got. I'm going to try to keep it nice and short. I'm not going to go over every detail of the yarn because, like I said, you're probably seeing 100 of these right now, but just kind of some of the important stuff, or why I bought it, or what I think I'm going to use it for, or why I love it. So I hope you enjoy. If you do and this is your thing, please subscribe to see more yarn content. The very first yarn I grabbed when I got there, it happened to be like right at the beginning of the aisle, was the Breathe Deep. I love this yarn. So it is polyester and it is chain spun. It says it's a 4, but it's pretty small 4. But I absolutely love this. It is the softest. There's a couple other, I would call them like baby yarns. I want to say like Cuddle Up or Snuggle Up. Anyway, there's a couple of these. And I absolutely love it. It is so soft. This is actually what this hat is made out of. I don't know if it's a slightly different color or if it was a different dye lot. I got this a year ago in the 2021 markdown, so it could be the same. This is soft pink, and this is actually my favorite pattern for a slouchy beanie. It is by Littlejohn's yarn, and I will go ahead and link it. You probably have seen me wear several of these in different videos because I love them so much, but I thought it would be fitting that I would wear the hat made out of this yarn. So Breathe Deep, I totally recommend this yarn, and they had it marked down to 99 cents. If you made a hat like this, you would definitely have enough out of one skein, and you would have a little bit left over. I did make a men's hat out of this charcoal gray. I think that's the color they call it, charcoal gray, for my husband, and it is so soft. His is just like a regular tight like men's beanie, obviously no granny stitches, but he really liked it. It's very, very soft. So I did, so I got 2 of the pink, 2 of the gray. And what I did with his was I had actually mixed it with like a lighter gray for a stripe on it. Again, you definitely have enough for that type of beanie. I did single crochets in that. So 2 of the gray, I have 2 of the teal color, and I have a beanie just like this out of teal. And then I picked up 2 of the lavenders. So my daughter really likes this color, so I will probably make something really soft and cuddly out of it for her. This is one where I do recommend making a wearable out of it, like something, you know, like a cowl or a hat or something, because it is so wonderful to feel. You will love it. The next yarn I picked up was this romantic. It was $1.24, and I have previously purchased this yarn. I will go ahead and link it in my other Hobby Lobby haul I have. It was just on sale. It wasn't on clearance when I bought it. But since it's definitely more of a winter yarn, I have not made myself a hat out of it yet, which was my intent. But I got this pretty teal color. I got 2 of those. And then I got 2 in this, what do they call it? They call it cedar, but I would probably call it more of a chocolatey brown color. It is crazy, crazy soft. I think it's very similar to that Huga yarn that's available. So it is, like I said, it is crazy soft. It's acrylic and polyamide. I would call this more of like a feminine yarn just because it's got such an awesome halo on there. To me, it seems very feminine. So I'm going to definitely keep all of these for myself and probably make 2 different items out of these for me. Definitely would recommend this one. I'm gonna quit saying that I recommend yarns because duh, obviously I like them or I wouldn't have bought them. That's kind of dumb. So the next one I got is Cotton Dk Indigo. I have not used this one before. I've never purchased it. It is 235 yards. And I mean, it does look, it looks like a DK to me. So it is that kind of bumpy looking swirly type of yarn right here. And I had went in hoping I could find some navy blue cotton because I do have a lot of that color and I want to make a couple like summer hats and headbands for myself. If you saw my very short video showing how windy it is where I live, you'll understand why. But these were $1.24 each. I got 2 of these, and I think that's very pretty. And then I got 3 of this color. What do they call it? Oh, it's a word I can't pronounce. Celadon. So I would call it like a robin's egg color. Maybe a very light aqua, but definitely a robin's egg. So 3 of those in the cotton DK. And again, I think I'm going to make something for myself out of this. This is just something that was very attractive to me. So I thought I would give that a whirl. So very excited about it. I am super excited about this. It was $1.24. Again, a yarn I have never used. It is, I believe it's 92 cotton polyester viscose. And it is Feel and Chunky Confetti. And I thought this was so fun and so cute. I had mentioned a while back to my daughter that I kind of wanted to make something that looked like funfetti, and she was like up for that too. So they had 5 of these. So I did get all 5 because I thought that hopefully will be enough for like maybe a hat for me and a hat for her. Let's see here. What does it say? There are only 75 yards in this, so not quite as much. It is a bulky 5 though. So I really hope we can get 2 items out of that. What I like about this one is that while it does have all those little like funfetti dots in there, it's not super bright. I feel like you can still be an adult and wear this and not look like you're trying to be a kid. I did get another cotton that's in here, and I love this cotton. I'll grab that at some point. And I grabbed one of them because it's kind of the same theme, but it's very bright colors. So I only got one because I didn't know what I would do with it, and I didn't want to overcommit and maybe leave it for someone who really fell in love with it. But I'll leave this out to kind of compare those to each other. Here's another Feelin' Chunky, and this one is in the color Spice, which I thought was real pretty. It's coming off a little bit of a brighter orange here on camera. Maybe that's, yep, I would say that's a little bit more accurate in the color. Definitely like a deep spicy color. Same specs as the Funfetti one, or Confetti. Same specs as that. And again, I thought maybe these colors look really, really good on my daughter. So I thought maybe I could make her a headband or just something small out of this for $1.24. Which, if you have bought yarn at Dollar Tree before, you do know that their prices have gone up to $1.25. So far, everything that I've gotten has been less than you would pay at the Dollar Tree, but it's much larger quantities, much bigger variety in colors and fabrics. So I am super psyched about this, you guys. The next thing I got was some of the Crafter's Secret cotton, and there was only 3 different, well, there was 4 colors. There was one that was a multi, which I didn't get because it was just a little too colorful for me. But I got these that are more of like the solid variegated colors. And very basic. I wouldn't really call this garment type cotton. I mean, you probably could. It's not terrible. It's not scratchy, but it's just nothing like the other cotton. But this is basically very similar to like the Big Twist cotton, any of those. So you're getting 95 yards and it's 100% cotton. It's a 4 weight, and normally it's $2.22 and it was 52 cents. So I thought this would be good to have on hand. I want to get into doing a few kitchen type stuff, like maybe not dish rags, but like some towel hangers, or I've done some kitty coasters, like things like that. So I thought that would be good to have on hand. So I grabbed 2 of the blue, and I did leave quite a few of these. This mint color, I got 2 of those because that was also kind of fun. And then this is super plain, but it is called Weathered Sand, and it is just a like beige and white colors. Coming off a little bit greeny, I think, on camera, but it isn't. It's just very plain beige. So I got 4 of these, and again, these were all 52 cents. Here is probably the most frivolous purchase I made. It's For the Love in Rose. It's normally $10, and it was $2.49. It is, you know, that bulky weight. Let's see, I don't know if they call it a 6 or a 7. They call it a jumbo 6. The reason I say it's probably the most frivolous is because it is pink fur. Last year, during their sale, I did buy 2 things of fur. They had an aqua that was clearanced out, and also, I don't know, more like, I don't want to say leopard, but kind of like that. And I have attempted using the more normal fur color, the brown one, a couple times as like trim, and I just haven't quite figured it out yet, or I haven't figured out the right project for it. So they had a lot of fun fur ones, but I controlled myself and did not buy them and only bought these 2 pink. And I bought the pink because I do have apparently I buy a lot of pink yarn. I must be drawn to it. So I thought, you know, again, maybe for a trim on something, that this would be fun. But again, I did restrain myself. This also was the most expensive yarn that I bought at $2.49. I guess I have a tie. So this was also $2.49. This Crafter's Secret in their big roll. So, you know, it's very comparable to Pound of Love or, you know, any of those type. It is, let's see how many ounces it is. It is 16 ounces. So it is a pound of yarn. It's a 4, 810 yards. I have purchased this in the darker turquoise color and used it for a blanket project, and I really liked how it turned out. It's very, like I said, very, very similar to those other pounds. I mean, it's not the softest yarn ever created, but it's not bad at all. And for that price, I was definitely picking it up. They did only have this color in a bright green, and so I really wasn't sold on the green. It didn't jump out at me, and so I put one of these in my cart because I do like aquas. I tend to like them a little bit deeper, so I thought, well, this will be good just to have in my stash. And then when I had walked around the aisle, these are on an end cap, there was a gal there, and she was buying a lot of baby type yarns, and she had put the rest of these in her cart. So I was glad that I didn't grab them because she clearly loved them, and so they were meant for her, and I just got this one. So what I think was one of my best finds was this Baby Bee Cuddly one in the color taupe. So this is normally $7. It is a jumbo 7, they call it, and it's 33 yards. And I have purchased this type of yarn before at Walmart. And I mean, it is what it is. People do a lot of those finger knitting blankets out of that. So this was the only color they had marked down. There was like a pretty green and a pretty kind of gold color, but none of those were marked down. I thought this was pretty though, and it's just plain and basic, so it'll match anything. So I don't know if this will end up being a blanket for me or if this will be a gift blanket. I am not sure. But you guys, it was $1.24. So I was gonna pick up 4. I am short. I am 5'4", and I have short arms, and it was way on the top. So I was on my tippy toes trying to like fling them down at myself. And I was gonna grab 4 because I know from my prior blanket, you need about 4 to make a, you know, like a throw size blanket. And then there was 5 up there. So I thought, well, I'm not just gonna leave 1 because, I mean, what's somebody gonna make with one of these? And for that price, I mean, even if it was double, if it was $2.50, I probably still would have bought them. Because I am really excited about this. So I got 5 of these. So yes, look for a blanket on that. So like I said, I was looking for some navy blue cotton, and this is not a Hobby Lobby brand. I have seen it before there. I really don't know much about it other than it is a mercerized cotton, and it does say it is a sport weight, which is definitely not my preferred weight of yarn, but it was $1.62, and I do know that mercerized yarn is it is very durable. So I did pick this up and want to make a hat or a headband out of it. I have seen where people have taken and done a center pole. Try to put that where you can see it instead of in front of me where it disappears. I have seen where people have taken like a center pole and the outside pole and then put the two strands together while they're crocheting. So I might give that a try. So there's definitely plenty here. There's 218 yards, so I could definitely double that up to make a headband for myself. So hopefully that works. Here is that other confetti looking one that I talked about. So the I Love This Cottons, they were marked down to 94 cents, which is a great deal, you know, and even less than what the little kitchen ones are normally. So this color is called Fruit Salad. And like I said, I left most of these. I mean, there was quite a few there. And I thought, well, if somebody really loves that, that'll make them happy to find that. The I Love This Cotton is pretty soft. So I will compare it here with the Feelin' Chunky Confetti. And of course, this is a smaller weight. This is probably a 4 weight. I'm not seeing, yeah, it's a 4 weight. But you can see the difference in the color where I just felt this Feelin' Chunky was a little bit more subdued, a little bit more grown up than this Fruit Salad, and I Love This Cotton. But I think this will still be fun, and to be honest, I will probably make like a little kids project out of this. But yeah, how fun is that? 2 of the Primas, and I had gotten a couple of these in my other Hobby Lobby haul a while back where I spent my gift card. These are very pretty. And I have not made my hats yet out of these, so I do know I need to get on that. But this is very, very pretty yarn. They, I believe, only had these colors when I was there. There was a lot that was not marked down. Basically, so there's 2 yarn aisles in the end caps, and they had gone up basically one side of the yarn aisle, the end cap, and come back down around. So the outer 2 aisle walls, I guess you would say, really didn't have anything marked down in them. I mean, just a couple random things. So there was a lot that wasn't, so maybe they'll have more of these. But I think these are very pretty colors. These are kind of my colors anyway. So I was happy to pick these up. Normally $6, and they were $1.49 a piece. And then here's a single one. And I think I just got one because I hadn't used it before. Studio 72, it is teal, normally $6, clearance for $1.49. It is acetate and acrylic and 145 yards. And I would call it like a mossier teal color. Like it almost could be, yeah, like almost like a mossy color of green, but they call it teal. I believe I saw Jana from Jana's Crochet Journey. I think she hauled a bunch of stuff that was in this, and she seems to be really good at picking out colors and finding projects. So I can't wait to see what she ends up making with hers. But yeah, I think that is awful pretty. So this will probably end up being a hat or a headband for myself for $1.49. In the previous Hobby Lobby haul that I keep referencing over and over, sorry if you're sick of hearing about that, I had gotten some Rustic Romantic, but in an olive color, because I was going to make my husband a hat out of that. It's hot here, so all of those hats are going on the back burner until probably August or September, because then I'll want them in October. But they had this Rustic Romantic in blush, and this was the only color of it that they had marked down. So it's not the softest yarn ever. It looks like it would be. It's got a little bit of a halo, but not bad. But it is, what is it, acetate and no, it's acrylic and hemp. So I haven't worked with it yet. I don't know how it'll work out, but I love the color. Like I said, I seem to be very attracted to pink colors of yarn. So I did pick up 2 of these for myself, and they were $1.37 each. Now I got 3 different colorways of this next yarn. The Urban Chic. I have not worked with this yet. It is a 3-weight and it is in a 78 acrylic, 22% cotton blend. This particular color is called Eucalyptus, but it's like U-Y-O-U dash calyptus. To me, it has a very woodsy type coloring to it in print. It is striped. So I don't know if it's possible to do a little bit of the color pooling technique on there that Erica at It's Time for Yarn has been teaching me. Her series is great. So I'm going to check this out and see if it is, the stripes are long enough for that. But this particular colorway, I just got one of, and I am going to be working on some crochet projects for my camper. A couple years back, we gutted a camper or travel trailer, whatever you want to call it, and my husband has been working about rebuilding all the inside, and I come in the easy part and just make a few decorations while he's done like 3 years of hard work on it. So seems fair, right? But I wanted to make like a cute little banner or something just to kind of hang up. I do want a lot of our decor in the camper to be lightweight since we'll be pulling it. That is an important factor. And earlier this week, I just showed a couple finished objects I had done in a video. I can link that up here if you want to see that. But I made a mint color banner, and I just thought this would be fun. I want it to be woodsy colors, and then a lot of the like the floor and some of the wood stuff is like a gray stained wood. So I thought this would match and still go with some of the fabrics and stuff I have chosen. So I'm excited about that. And this was $1.37. Then I got the same one in blush and stone. So pinks and grays. I wonder if the pink thing and the pink and gray is because I was a teenager in the 80s and there was so much pink and gray. It was like a super popular color combination. Tell me if you were also a teenager in the 80s. Did you love this? Like every time I see people talking about the 80s and like 80s clothes, it's always like bright fluorescent stuff. I didn't wear a ton of that, but this I would have totally been all over. So I guess I still am. But yeah, I thought this was very pretty. So maybe like a scarf, or again, I want to check and see about the color pooling technique and see if this will work. Because I think this would be enough for possibly like a small baby blanket. And it is very soft. Again, it's a 3-weight. And then I got three in the colorway Juneberry Breeze. So it is, I know it kind of looks similar, but this is definitely more purple. So yeah, I mean, you can see the Juneberry and what did I call that one? Blush and stone. So yeah, very pretty. And I thought that would be fun. So don't have a purpose for this yet, but I know I will find one. I got 3 more yarns, guys. So I did get this glowing, the Yarn Bee Glowing in Mariposa Prairie. I thought this was very pretty. It's a little bit out of my normal colorways that I would be drawn to, but it's like a coral and a very bright turquoise. It's very soft yarn. I don't think there's a ton in here. Let's see what it is. 198 yards. It is a, what do they call it? A 4-weight acrylic and polyester. So it's the kind where it's a little bit twisty, like there's that little bit of string, or it's just like the 2 wound together. I'm not exactly sure how that is, but it is very pretty. So I did get 3 of those. Probably this would end up being like a baby blanket, possibly. I don't know a ton of babies. I'm not really in that age group, so we'll see, but I'll come up with something. It looks like you can wash it, but it's not supposed to go in the dryer. So very pretty, a little bit of a sheen in it. I guess I'm, would maybe compare it to like a Karen Simply Soft a little bit. So very pretty. I don't know if I said, but that was $1.37 for the glowing. Then for $1.24, again, cheaper than the Dollar Tree, I love this yarn in Purple Gradient. It's an acrylic yarn and there's 196 yards, again, 4-weight, but I thought that was very pretty. I mean, to me, this has a little bit more of like a dark, deep, wintry type feel to it. I got 3 of them here. You can kind of see how they're wound a little bit different. Look how deep and dark that is. That's very pretty. So I thought 3 would be enough, again, for like a small baby blanket or a scarf or a scarf and hat, something like that. So very pretty. Whoops, I got 4. Finally, here is the very last yarn that I got. When you saw like me carrying the 3 bags, it seemed like a ton of yarn, but a lot of it was because of those giant skeins of that 7 bulky and the fur. Like, it just seemed like it was more stuff than it was. That's what I'm telling myself anyway. The very last one here is I Love This Yarn Stonewash. And I've used this in a different color, but not this one. And there really wasn't a lot of I Love This Yarn marked down when I was there. But it was $1.24, normally $5. It's 252 yards of 100% acrylic 4-weight. And it's just pretty. It's just a nice, pretty yarn. Definitely this stuff is softer than, you know, the Super Saver type of stuff. So it's just nice. I thought this would be a great one to put in my yarn stash, maybe as like an accent in a blanket. I could pair it with something. Yeah, you can wash it, you can dry it. So just like a great staple for that. What color is this? This is Coraline is the color. So I did pick up 2 of those. Well, that is it, you guys. That was my Hobby Lobby clearance yarn for 2022 haul. I hope you enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun shopping for it. I had wanted to film during it, but to be honest, I was just like, oh, you know, when you're like looking all over and trying to find the stickers and trying not to look like a total weirdo. And I was trying to shop a little bit for my friend too, so I was sending her pictures, and there was a lady still marking stuff down and another lady trying to shop. So did not get any of that filmed. I might have to have like my husband or my daughter or somebody if I was to do that again. So anyway, that was fun. And let me real quick kind of tally up what I've got here, and I'll let you know. I am back with some simple math. So I totaled up everything. I could not find my receipt. And since they enter everything in by hand anyway, it's not like some of the others where it says you save such and such. So I added up all of the prices, and it came in right at about $300 for like label prices of everything. But if you know me and you know I like a bargain, you would know that I'm never buying yarn for full price at Hobby Lobby, because about every other week it is on sale for 30% off. So I'm not counting what I saved based on the label, because I would never pay that. So with the total with it being 30% off, it was around $210 for all of that yarn. I paid right around $80. I think with tax and stuff, it was like $82 and some change. So I'm just going to say $80. So that gave me a savings of $130 from what the normal sale price would have been. So I think I have a great bargain here, and I'm really looking forward to putting this to good use. Thanks for sticking around and checking out my 2022 Hobby Lobby haul. See you guys.